Welcome back everyone to the channel. Tonight we're here at Autobahn Carina Speedway. We're in the 360 Sprint Car and it's our first run here at this track.
Tell us, Case, how's the truck feeling?
What?
How's the truck feeling?
In qualifying it was actually really good. It started to go away by the time my group qualifying went out. I was the last group. But the car still hooked up fairly well and got going, so we've just tuned it up a bit more to see how we get going, and we're out of 4 for this next heat, so hopefully we can either make a few up or stay where we are and make the invert for the next heat and set up for a good night.
Is there anything at the top, or are we running low tonight?
In that qualifying there was nothing up the top. It was just all marbles up there really, so in the qualifying I was coming off the bottom, but we'll just see what this heat race looks like. If it looks like there's something up there, well, we'll try it. If not, we'll just hit our marks on the bottom and hopefully capitalise on that. Came in from the first heat. We started off in position 4, went into turn 1 and I probably missed my mark by half a car, ended up washing wide a little bit and slotted into 4th position. After that basically stayed there for the race, played with the wing a little bit to see if I could get more out of the car, but it didn't seem to get any much better, so we're making a few changes to the car now to get it to get down the straight a little bit better. But yeah, we'll see how we go. I'm not sure where we're starting off the next heat race yet. I'll have to go check the board. Hopefully we made the invert and we'll be up the front off the next heat race. Hey Clem, how you going? Oh, just checking out what we're starting next heat.
Alright, so we're out of 3.
In what heat?
2, 4 technically.
So that means we did make the invert, which is good because it means we get to start up the front for the next heat. If we didn't make that, you have a bit of an unfortunate night and you start at the back of both heats and it makes it a little bit harder to get through.
Just a bit of a disclaimer. We recently purchased a property, and so I've told Casey he needs to put a halt to the money that gets spent on the sprint car, but I have agreed that if he gets a heat win, he can potentially buy a 410, so stay tuned. Just realised I meant feature win, not heat win. Sorry.
Nearly got away with that one, boys. Another 2 clicks to get it to on the right rear.
Race of the night.
guys, just got out of the car after heat 2. We had a pretty good run in that one. We started out at 3. I made my way straight to 2nd position, and from there we were just trying to hit our marks, pulling the wing back to the right position, and we closed in on the leader, and I was attacking him for the last couple of laps. I just couldn't get the job done. I'd get him on entry, and then I'd have to slide up a little bit and get out of it so I didn't crash him. So I had to back out of a little bit, but no, the car's got really good speed. We're pretty happy where it is at the moment. I'm starting to feel more comfortable in the car, so yeah, that's all points to us, I guess. So we'll see what we're out of for the final. They'll do up the draws now. Hopefully we're up the first couple of rows for starting positions. As this track, there's not a whole lot of passing. You really got to wait for someone else to make a mistake, not force the issue so much for yourself. So we'll just see what we're about to start out of, and yeah, once we find that out, I'll let you guys know, and then we'll get rolling for the final. They're doing an open interval for the crowd to come into the pits, check out some of the cars. So we got some giveaways from our sponsors and just stuff that we like to hand out to the crowd. So if you ever see us at a track, come down and see Mitt himself or any of our crew. There'll always be something to give away to you guys.
What are you saying? Yours is what's the difference?
So mine's a 360 cubic inch just open motor.
Oh yeah.
So it's built, theirs comes with a crate motor sealed up.
Yeah.
So they can go to 7,000 RPM.
Yep.
They got a bunch of torque. Alright guys, just waiting to go out for our A main tonight. So there's a couple other things races on us before us, so we're just hanging out before we go out. But we checked out the board to see what we're starting out of for the A main. So we're starting out at position 4, so 2nd row on the outside. So we'll see how we go. Probably got to try and get to the bottom as soon as we can, so we can get in the lane and start executing laps and really starting to hit our marks and moving forward. So let's just see how we go with that. It should be a pretty good final. We've got some pretty heavy hitters in front of us and behind us, so we'll just see how we stack up against them.
What are you doing, Jaden?
Just adjusting the tyre pressure while getting it back up to what it should be, because it's let it out a bit because it was sitting out there with the bleeder, so get it ready to go again.
Hi, Shelley. How many Valiums have you had today?
None, actually.
Good job. What do you think of Casey's racing tonight?
From what I've watched, pretty good. But,
Where have you watched from?
From the truck.
up on the hill every now and then, otherwise I've been hiding in the truck.
What about you, Bev? What do you think of Casey's racing
Don't
tonight?
do interviews, thanks.
Oh, damn. It would probably...
This is going to be an interesting feature.
guys, as you can see, we're not at the racetrack, unfortunately. Night 2 of the double header at Autobahn Carina Speedway got cancelled due to rain. The track crew weren't able to bring the track back, so therefore the call was to cancel the meeting. So that's unfortunate for them guys and all the guys that travelled here. Obviously it's our home track, so we didn't have to travel too far, but still unfortunate we didn't get them laps in that we wanted. Anyway, I thought I'd give you a quick debrief of how we went in the final last night. We rolled off position 4. We had a really good solid run in position 4 for majority of the race. Had a little bit of a fight for third there for a little bit. But anyway, yeah, sort of slotted back into me 4th position there, and we're having a real solid run and, you know, just banging down laps, executing laps, what we needed to do and hitting our marks right. And then, yeah, sort of restarts weren't really our friend last night. So just the car was getting a bit snug on that initial lap after a restart. I would put it down to probably the bleeder letting out a little bit too much air, and then when we take off on that first initial lap before I, you know, propped up the right rear again, it was just digging into the track a little bit too much on that initial start. So I did get pounced on by a couple of guys when that happened. So yeah, sort of got shuffled back to 6th position at that stage. So yeah, rolled along in 6th for the remainder of the race and came home in 6th, so not a bad result. We're still pretty stoked with that. We had pretty good car speed all night, and we're running against some real tough competition, and them guys are going really good. So yeah, we need to keep on stepping up our game. We're really happy with how the team's improving and how I'm getting more comfortable in the car. So yeah, we got some positives out of last night's racing. But yeah, no, we're really happy. We hope you guys enjoyed tonight's video. Yeah, we really want to do this more consistently and get out some more content for you, so you can come along with our journey and you can see the highs and lows of our sport, and see what happens behind the scenes, not just on the racetrack. So yeah, we're looking forward to getting some more of that out to you. We're doing a 2-night series next month in Toowoomba. They're going to do some twilight shows as the weather cools down. We're going to do some afternoon racing into the evening. So that should be pretty cool. We're keen to do that. Get them last couple of runs in before the off season, and, you know, get our program back in order, restock some supplies, and potentially build up another car there. We've got another chassis sitting there, so we might throw all our spare stuff into it to make another complete car. So yeah, no, we're looking at doing all that in the off season, so we might do a couple of videos on that sort of stuff, but we're just glad we can take you along for the journey with us. And so yeah, hope you enjoyed tonight, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers guys.